Well, here we are. Week 4, already in the books in there. We're going to basically review what's going on in the divisions. There's definitely been some shifting development there, and there's been some unusual developments there. We're going to bring that all to you there in this time's review. Well, let's go and take a look at the Loggers division. Now, remember, at this point now, we've got 4 weeks in. So now let's see what's been going on with this one particular division. As we said, it's been bizarre. It's definitely a very different season, isn't it, lads? So let's take a good examination here in the Loggers division. Start off here with, of course, the surprise of the entire division. Let's be candid, this is the surprise here. The 91 Bulls, the Hobgoblin team enhanced. It basically is the Hobgoblin team. But as you can see, 2 Bull Centaurs and the Minotaur, and after that, the rest of these fine, upstanding lads. 1310 TV. Let's take a look here at the team roster. You can see he's already up to 3 team rerolls. He's got Apothecary, 10 Fan Factor, a massive secret to the success of this team. I'll be dead serious, it really is. And take a look at the skills they have skilled up there. The Minotaur has already built up his first skill, Juggernaut. So he's 1 in 9ing when he does a blitz, not so much, and has been acquiring casualties as the season's going on. The Bull Centaur, the Minotaur's been dynamite. As I was trying to mention here, the Bull Centaurs have been dynamite too. As you can see, block, break, tackle. It gives him numerous options. And then, of course, the rest of the Hobgoblins, there's a designated ball carrier, there's a designated kicker, and there's the other designated kicker, which is exactly what this firm wants to do. As you can see here, gradually skilling up here. All this firm needs to do is get a couple more players, which is Hobgoblins, which you can see cheap at the price, so he can spend like water and foul like water. That is the secret to this firm. It really indeed is. Well, you can see they're maybe saving up, they've maybe got an idea, but so far, let's take a look at the statistics here. This is why there's a surprise. 3 wins and a draw. Everyone had 0 expectations of this firm, and yet here they are, having a laugh. They really are the big surprise this year. And now, of course, let's look at Mouseband. You kind of notice something's missing, right? Where are the rest of them? Well, Skaven. Let's go and review what's left of this firm. And yep, Luke Quad 4's having a rough season with Skaven. Skaven, maybe that's just not his firm. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a talented coach. We all know this, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's down to 8 players. Believe it or not, he has been spending the season trying to replace players. He's been trying to replace them. The problem is they're dying faster than he can replace them. So what's a poor coach supposed to do? Well, cringe. Because right now, as you can see here, he's got 2 Storm Vermins, one with Mighty Blow. God, he's got his work ahead of him there. And of course, the Gutter Runners here, who unfortunately are trying their best to carry the fucking firm. But you notice what's already missing. You got it, Pontiac. He's missing the 4th Gutter Runner, dead. He's missing a thrower, dead. And as for Line Rats, they just keep dying. And as you can see here, here's his biggest problem, 40k. It's all he's got fucking left. 3 rerolls and Apothecary, 3 Fan Factor. The history of his... it's amazing he's right in the middle. 1, 2, and 1. This is the fucking miracle of it. But what's a poor chap going to do? It's like, look at Death Sustained. He's only played 4 fucking games. He's right up there. He's right at the top of the charts there for most deaths suffered in a season. He might actually surpass it this season. He's well on his way. Now, of course, Nuffle's hit squad here, the Chaos Chosen. Wolfhowl's been a bit of a surprise this season, isn't he? Maybe he's finally found his firm. Maybe he has. This Chaos Chosen is doing a pretty decent job, including the new recent acquisition, because he's been watching what's going on with the Hobgoblin squad, so now he's gone and grabbed one. Chaos Chosen Warriors got 1 block. That's fine. And meanwhile, you can see, there's the ball control. There's the beginnings of a Kilgore. 3 rerolls, 3 Fan Factor. It's a decent depth. It's a good firm. And as you can see there, by statistics, where is he sitting? Not where he expected to be. So it is what it is. Well done, lad. Well fucking done. The great BBPN conspiracy here. Yeah, it is basically a skink squad there with Crooksword. You see this when you have to qualify stunty cup leagues. That's what this basically is designed for here. 1020 here, and yes, fun reminder, yep, does indeed have the Nuffle altar here, so it's not surprised. Let's take a look at the firm. As you can see, he finally has an AG4 player. That's going to be dynamite on this firm. And yeah, you can see what he bought is the skill. You got it. Piling on. Because it's a big guy that moves 6 and it's only got Bonehead, that's not really a bad idea. Seriously, in this case here, considering how he plays this firm, that's actually not a bad idea. Normally I'd be a little, no, not in this firm. Because it's all Bill Bexley speed. The team is built for one and one purpose only. So he's got one other purpose, and it's sure as fuck not going to helping these lads. No, his one purpose is kill things. So piling on's the right skill to go here. 120 on the team reroll. He's got 2. He's going to have to get more, but then again, he's realizing he needs more over here. And of course, only a 2 fan factor. Well, how's the firm performing? It says enough right there. The great conspiracy is the great experiment. Just to, yeah, maybe he needs 2 more games under the belt, and we can actually make a real opinion on it there. But it does seem to be a misfire. Not every stunt team can do well, unless you're the Hobgoblin Enhanced firm. Alright, bad-tempered bunnies there. The Amazons. You always have high expectations with an Amazon firm to begin. It isn't until later, facing more developed firms, the ladies start running into trouble here. 1080. It's not bad. Let's take a look at the firm here. The blitzers have developed very well. The movement increase is absolutely fucking fantastic. It really is. That starts giving you some new flexibility here with the blitzer. The obvious guard. The beatdown piece there. And, of course, the one that's got the wrestle. The rest of the ladies aren't leveling too well, but that seems to be the hell design here on this firm here. It's more... He's not going to actually go in and get in the dunny. He really wants to just counter-engage and then let the magic perform itself here. 3 rerolls, 3 fan factor, apothecary, and how's that working? It's doing alright. But now you're starting to wonder, is it already he's starting to run into trouble? Maybe it's been the kind of firms he's starting to run into. Maybe that's what the problem's been. Oh, Lando, you and your fucking pro elves. What else can't this handsome man do? 1190 here. Let's take a look what he's actually doing here with the Fan Glee Club. It's Lando. Why is this surprising any of us there? Yeah, he's got not 1 but 2 abominations there with block, with movement increases. He's ready to bust out another one there. Tackle over here, 1 blitzer, mighty blow on the other. There's the designated thrower. He's now got a level up. Ziggy is waiting for that one. And then he's, of course, got the designated kicker. It's a solidly built firm. It's developing well. He's now got money. He's got the 3 rerolls, so he's probably going to now start padding the bench. Because now as the season goes on, you need to pad the bunch. He's got 2 catches. He's got a thrower, so... Crazy as it sounds, you can either go for broke and buy another catcher. So now you got 3 very mobile catchers, or you go and double down, you buy 2 more linemen to give yourself a bench. Either's not a bad idea, it's depending on how comfortable your playstyle is. So that's my 2 suggestions of what he should do next year. It's either another catcher to go for 3, or you double down, you buy 2 more linemen just to pad the bench. Just a little, because now you're getting to that critical... And look what division you're in. Like, for crying out loud, look at the number of deaths, and meanwhile, yeah, 1 win, 2 draws, 1 loss. He's right stuck in the middle, pretty much, yeah? Stuck in the middle with you. Alright, the deep words banjo band. Speaking of karaoke. Well, they're Wood Elves. As you can see, they're all still here. Unlike that Skaven team down the road. 1200 TV. Let's take a look at the roster. How's it developing? Abominations, the lot of them. Yep, 2 AG5 players. 2 true boffo abominations. But here's the problem. No, believe it or not, there's a problem. They're both linemen. They're not the stars. It's certainly not the war dancers. You love that. It's certainly not the thrower. You love that. And it's certainly not any catcher. No, AG5 is on lineman. I hate to admit it, but you don't mind 1, but 2, now he's actually got a weird problem. Because they don't have built-in rerolls for certain things, and yet you're tempted to use them all the time. It's an awkward problem. He's actually built himself an awkward problem. It's great having AG5, which we all know never fails, but there's no built-in rerolls in any of these traps. So now he's stuck having to make them do something else. Either they have to dodge all the time, fail on a 1 regardless, or they have to pick up the ball, fail on a 1 regardless, or they have to... the list goes on. and fail on a 1 regardless. So he has to deliberately put them in dangerous situations and their linemen. It's an awkward situation. It really is. You really wish that was somewhere else on this film. 3 rerolls, 1 apothecary, 1 fan factor. How are they doing there? My point made exactly. My point just made exactly right there. It's the problem that the AG5s are the linemen. Like, I don't blame you keeping them. They're fantastic. But it's really not the players you want an AG5 on, not unless they live long enough. Alright, the Golden Girls. Alright, what can these orcs do for you? Well, no, what have they been doing? Let's go find out here. 1070, he's got 60k. They're building up nice. He's got the tackle on 1. He's got the mighty blow on the other blitzer. Right now, the thrower hasn't done anything worthwhile, unfortunately. That's always been the crazy thing with orcs there. Do you buy a thrower? Do you not buy a thrower? My answer is you take it because the sure hands is a built-in reroll. Saves you problems. And you've only got 2, so there you go. 2 fan factor. Has the ability to get more rerolls. And then, of course, here, block on a Black Orc. Well done. And you can see here he's got the 1 Gobbo. He's done something. But how is this firm performing? Well, behold. That's the problem. They're not performing well either. So, let's go and take a look here. What is going on entirely in the division? After 4 weeks here, is it a runaway or is it not a runaway? You're going to have fun with this one here in the Lagers division. Take a look who's number 1. The Hobgoblin Plus team is number fucking 1. Who fucking knew? So sometimes it shows experiments do actually work. Again, it goes back to the problem is the Hobgoblins are dirt cheap. Access to general. I've argued it time and time again. The Hobgoblins are a broken piece, but they get overlooked time and time again because they're 40k access to general. I'll say it again. 40k access to general, move 6, 3-3, and they're lacking the skill they were supposed to have when they were published of really stupid because of a misprint. They'll never fix it because the Euros. So I rest my case. Vort's doing a great job of proving it for me again. That is something fundamentally wrong with the Tross team, but they're never gonna fucking address it. End my argument. Pleasant surprise here. Maybe not. The Amazons are doing well, but is this a harbinger of things to come? We're going to find out week 5, aren't we here? Wolfowl, well done. You're sitting at 3. That's not what you expected to be, but there you are. You're doing a great job. Well done. Now let's see if you can keep it up for a full entire first round. There's the challenge. The fan club. Well, it's not a perfect record, but like I said, he's in a great position to just bust out and go running. So Lando's fine. Luke, despite what's happening to his firm, is fine. That's a difference on him. It's despite what's happening, he's fine. For now, except the death rattle has got him by the gonads and squeezing hard and even a bit of a twisty. Next game, if he takes another death, that might be the end of the season for him because he just can't keep replacing play. Well, if it's line rats, he doesn't fucking care. Let's be honest here. But if a positional dies, that's the season. Alright, that's probably the season right there. Or at least he gets into the second round, but not where he wanted to be. That's probably a better answer for it. Alright, what else? You're suffering your own success. I'm serious. You're suffering your own success because, again, as discussed, your AG5 players are both line elves. It's an awkward problem. Looks great. How's that working out for you? It's a serious question here. Orcs. Well, some days it works and some days it doesn't. Enough said. And meanwhile, the Great Conspiracy, they're going to have to start actually doing something. They're going to have to finally start doing something. Let's take a look what the next league is looking like here. So, well, the Skaven have got the Orcs. Good luck. You're gonna need it. The Orcs, that is the win they're looking for, probably. To the mouse man, it's the same advice I'd always give them. Run, bitch, run. That sums it up there. Nuffle's hit squad versus the 98 Bull. Now, that's gonna be a hell of a game. That might be the swinger who dominates division. The 91 Bulls might get their asses handed to for once in that game because Nuffle's hit squad is just moving on and on. They're doing a great job. That's a must-watch game for week 5. And, of course, well, that might be the game where finally the conspiracy steps up. This might be it. Yes, there's piles of AG5, but again, the Wood Elves can't find that je ne sais quoi. And you've got skinks. Lots of skinks. So I do expect that to be a big breakout game for the Conspiracy. That should be their first one in the solid win column. And now, of course, our favourite here, yep, the Bad Tempered Bummies versus, so, Amazons versus Pro Elves. I have high expectations that, yes, indeed, the Pro Elves should win that game. However, the Amazons should easily give you what for all game. That's going to be another fun one. So, yeah, there you go. That is the Lager Division, all fully covered there. Let's go see who else needs to have a quick little look too. Alright, now let's go and take a look at one of the other divisions that's already become a mess, well and truly here. Yep, you got it, it's the Stouts division. What a fucking cut-up mess this is. Alright, let's go look at what's considered one of the heavy favourites here of this division here. The White Death himself here, Rat Ogre, and... well, so far so good. Dark Elves, as you can see here, does have a full complement, 11.9, 40k. And you can see here how he's doing it. It's a thin razor wire, this firm. It is a very thin razor wire. And as you can see here, only the one reroll, but 4 fan factor. So he's hoping that really carries this firm. It's not a bad gamble at this stage. It's not a bad gamble. And you can see, he has gone with the Double Assassin. And he's made it work fairly well there. Double Assassins have indeed done some magic for him this season. And you can see here they are slowly getting some actual skill points. But again, this is BB 2016. Assassins, they really did need that movement increase, as well as the price decrease. Because let's face it, 90k for an unskilled player, I always thought was just bollocks. He's got Still Shadow. I don't fucking care. He's technically an unskilled player. That really should have been 80k. Alright, that's my opinion I'll stick to. Well, it's based on fuck off. Alright, just fucking the fuck right off. Look at the Hobgoblins. I rest my case. Anyway, the Blitzers. There's nothing wrong with these Blitzers. In fact, he's developing very well here. One's got the Mighty Blow. One, of course, has got the Guard. So that is high expectations. We'll see how he keeps doing there. Of course, the line. Well, you can see now the problems have finally begun. Took a while, but it is finally good. He now finally has his first permanent decreases. As you can see here, armor decrease on one, and he's got a movement decrease on another. So the creep is starting to happen on this firm. And of course, he's got the one calendar girl who, well, she hasn't leveled up yet, but has at least gotten one MVP. So how's the firm actually performing? 3 wins, 1 draw. Oh, I'm happy with that. It's right where I expect him to be. Top of the league having a laugh. So there's nothing wrong with this Dark Elves. Well done. But watch out for that creep. He's going to have to watch it. He is going to need to buy a second reroll at some point. This shows me he's not buying it yet. He needs a good solid win. Oh, well, we'll see how it happens week 5. Meanwhile, the third shift Strikers. Well, you know how one team's got a death creep? He's got, well, more of a... This is not a rattle. It's more like he's broken a fuse somewhere. But let's go over this, alright? Then I'll explain why. Tentacles on the Warp Soul Trail. Fantastic, absolutely delightful here. I can see the Skaven Thrower. Well, he's got a Niggler. So yeah, he's not long for this world, is he? Anytime he gets his ass broken, it is. Meanwhile, the Skaven Blitzes. Fun fact. Those are the twins. He has every game lost one of them. It's been by clockwork. This is now technically... one of them's a triplet, one of them is a twin. He has lost basically every game of Blitzer. They die. It's been delightful, but it's got to be pissing them off. Or let me requalify it better. The instant they ever get a skill, they literally die the next game they play it. Look it up. It's happened to every time. The only time it didn't die was game 1. I ain't got a skill. Huzzah! Next game, dead. And it's happened to every Blitzer. I ain't got a skill. Next game, dead. Every fucking game. It's been awkward for this term. Now, the linemen are carrying the team. I'm not going to lie. The linemen are carrying this team. They are really carrying this firm. They're carrying it hard. But you take what you can get on this firm. You really can't. Meanwhile, the goblins. Normally I would say Underworld, the goblins are the secret. Not for this firm. Not on this firm. Honestly, it's really the linemen carrying this firm the whole way. They really are. 2 rerolls. Because he's never going to be able to afford to buy a new one. Like, look at the TV. He's never going to afford it. And of course, 2 fan factor. Let's take a look at the statistics. See what I mean? It's not the worst record I've ever seen, but it already tells you how many troubles here. Yep, they're on strike for better pay. Oh, here we go. This bunch of suckers. Team V from outer space. Yeah, the vampires. Yeah, my God, vampires are such a fucking dumb, stupid team to play. So like they said, there's technically 3 teams, tiers. There's 4. There really is. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 vampires. Fuck you too. I fucking hate vampires. 11:30 TV. They've got money. Let's take a look at this roster here, see what's been going wrong. Oh, wait, the coach. Right, done deal. I agree with that. Let's take a look at the Vamps here. Well, he's got 4. One's finally got block. No, seriously, that's fucking huge. You're no longer wasting rerolls on a 1 in 9. That's fucking huge. And a movement increase. You know what? On vampires, that actually isn't fucking bad. If you got an AG 4, strength 4, movement 7... that's actually not bad at all, but he needs to get a block finally, and then he's dynamite. Meanwhile, the rest of the vampires, well, they're working on it. Sure hands. I hate to say it's actually a good skill. Why is that miracle? It's not wasting a reroll if it blows the pickup, unlike everyone fucking else. If it fails, it fails. But at least you don't lose a precious reroll, which we see there's finally 3. 2 fan factor. Well, it shows something's going right. This cunt, the dirty player, is the MVP of the team. I'm not wrong. He finally earned a dirty player skill. Hooray. So you think what he does good is fouling, right? Fun fact. Last game he played in, he fouled 7 fucking times. There's no bribe. 7 fucking times got caught on the last one. However, he's a fucking casualty machine and not by fouling. I'm not joking. That was all in the last game he played. He just got dirty players. So what's he do? He fouls, doesn't get ejected all game, and then the only 2 fucking times he throws a block, casualty. Fuck. Harold Shipman. My God, you are a miracle worker on this team. But of course, look at the record. Bottom of the league having a laugh. Alright, well, is this the big turnaround? I don't know. It's all going to come down to week 5, who they face next. Alright, well, at least they don't fucking sparkle. That's the only bright side. There we go, Hurricane hurt. Calm Yorick, he's back here to prove the Hooligan division is his division. Oh, he's going to prove that alright, it looks like this season. 1140, 160k, but you're noticing a problem here, eh? That's a dead ogre. That indeed is a dead fucking ogre. He had one, it's gone, so he's down to 4. And you can see the Noblers, they are taking punishment. And you can see, normally he used to he doesn't have a Hell roster. He doesn't have the Noblers. 1 Apothecary, 2 fan factor, 14 rerolls. Now, some would argue that's extremely heavy on the team rerolls. I think in Colm Yorick's hands, there's a logic to it. However, I'm counted. This is a problem. He's only got 11 players. So if he starts losing ogres early, it's game over, son. It really is. Let's take a look here at the statistics, and, well, 2 draws, 2 losses. He needs a win. Pure and simple. So we'll have to see who he faces on week 5, because that's, quite frankly, for the Hurricane of Herc, he needs a win. Absolutely needs a win. Alright, now let's take care of the Ministry of Silly Runs. Yes, High Elves, which are a Tier 2 Elven team in 2016. I've played them. I agree. Let's go and take a look here at how the High Elves are performing. Oh God, more abominations. And now, very quickly, you're going to see the difference. Because one of the abominations is the catcher. See, this is the problem that Wood Elf firm has. It really is. They're on lineman. Here, it's on a catcher. Bravo. That's exactly where he wants the AG5. The miracles he can perform. Genius. Because look at that, movement 8. And he's got the catch skill. All he needs now is to get a real skill, and he's dynamite. As for the rest of the firm, he's got the one other good catcher with dodge, but You know, it's another team where the linemen are actually carrying this team well. He's got the good catcher, but it is the lineman catching. But because this lad's got AG5, you can tell who he now half the time uses. He's got the main quarterback, and this guy's basically the running back. Now, he has the ball and he throws it. Why? AG5. He's the howitzer. All right. It works. 3-team rerolls, Apothecary. Fan factor. How's the team working out? Well, column A, column B. Because it's High Elves. That AV8 is really the difference when it comes to High Elves. Now, all he needs is a team motto. Alright, Astral A, your Ponix down. Learn to spell. Oh, that's all I'd say. Next time, check it on the spell checker. There's a logic to it. Alright, Pro Elves, 1170, 40k. Let's take a look at the roster. How they're performing. Well, there we go again. Another abomination. What is it with the fucking elves this season? We got abominations all over the place for every fucking elven firm. There's abominations everywhere. Why can't the Dark Elves buy into that action? I swear. The Blitz is a star. He really is. He's the reason this firm is actually doing anything. Meanwhile, AG5 on the catcher. Perfect skill, no problem. Howitzer on the thrower. Perfect. Well, with AG5, no surprise there. But you kind of notice there's a bit of a problem here. Well, the other catcher's out of the game for a while, so the linemen have to carry the team again. There's that expression again. Linemen have to carry the team. 3-team rerolls, 3 fan factor. How is he performing? Dead middle. Well, it's not the worst thing in this division, because tell you, there is some serious sockage, pun intended, in this division. Eternal Ride. Alright, a casual, shambling undead firm. How are they performing this season here? As long as they don't have a ghoul named Enterprise, they're doing great. Let's take a look here at the company here. 2 whites and a money. Yep, and he's got the other ghoul. Wait. Have you noticed something missing? Yep, he's out of mummy. Ouch. Not what he wants to be doing this early in the season. Well, you can see he's saving up for the new one, so get a lock on that. That's going to take a while. He needs another good solid game. He can finally get both mummies back on the wall. Ghouls. Well, now you're seeing how the ghouls are taking punishment. But he does have a spare, so I think he's alright. And meanwhile, as for the skeletons, see, he's got mostly skeletons with the odd zombie. This is what he gets a resurrection. Not surprising. Well, you don't expect much of them, you really do, but this is becoming a problem in numbers. Look at this. Next game, he's out what? He's out 2 players. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. I'll say that again. 9 players. The Shambling Undead are down to 9 players. This is not what we expect from a Shambling Undead team, but this has been a weird, like I said, this is a bizarre division. You thought Largo was bizarre. Stouts has taken it to a new level. 3-team rerolls, 2 fan factor, and how are they performing? You can tell when the mummy died, because that's what's happened. You can absolutely tell that's when it started going downhill. And finally, yeah, there we go, the human firm. Yes, there is a bunch of stinking humies in this league. And there we go, 1390 TV. I guess they're succeeding. Let's take a look at the firm. 3-team rerolls, fan factor, 4. They're doing great. Ogre hasn't earned anything, but I don't expect great things from the Ogre early, so that's fine. The Blitz is dynamite. There's the core. They're doing fantastic, and oh, look, another fucking abomination. Actually, take a look at all of them. The thrower's got movement. That is a great skill on a thrower. If you get a movement increase, you 100% take it, because suddenly you've got movability, and you've basically got someone who can change and make it a rugby game, running with the blitzes, because he's movement 7. That is probably big critical in many a game. And of course, the 2 catchers, they've got the skills they need. They're blodges. One's got the abomination. The other one's got God. They're doing great. And see how the firm's doing? Top of the league. He's having a laugh. So let's go and take a look at the leaderboard. How is this going here? Well, like I said, top of the league having a laugh. The humans are top. Dark Elves right behind them, so no worries there. Dark Elves are trying to keep pace with them there. Meanwhile, High Elves, it's either column A or column B, but I think they're going to catch up on column A. Oh, I've got pretty high expectations of that firm, as you can see. Elven Union, well, at least he's not in the bottom, so they can still go forward, but again, it's going to depend how his luck turns out. But so far, he's doing fine. Shambling Undead, not doing well so far. Again, you can tell when he lost the big key pieces, so he's trying to recover. He needs a solid win to finally get the money he needs. Finhell. And you're undead. Again, it's you're scaven of carrying it. Yeah, they really carry it more. Meanwhile, up down here at the bottom, it's the ogres and the vampires. Yeah, they're really having bad. Let's take the schedule here for week number 5. Well, that should be easy. Oh, I hate to say it, the humans should win that one. That's no discussion. The humans should win it. No, I'm not. No one's going to tell me otherwise. Humans should win that one. Oh. You know, that's actually the game the Pro Elves did not want. And here it is, week 5. You have run into exactly who you don't want to run into at this point. That should be a Dark Elf victory, and it should be a fucking massacre. But the Dark Elves have taken a bit of punishment there, but again, high expectations. The Dark Elves, because of the 2 assassin model, that is one dead Pro Elf team. We're going to find out, aren't we, there? This ought to be funny. This 100% be funny. High Elves versus the Arse Elves because of the tentacles, so we will see how that actually works. It's going to be a weird one. And that's going to be the comedy. Both those firms do a win. The ogres are out of players, but they can do some harm. However, Team V from outer space, they do a win. They might have enough players to do it, so it might become a casualty war. Who wins that? Well, if we lose another ogre, well, maybe the vampires finally get 1 in the win column. I doubt it, but that's what it is. Woohoo! So there you go. That was a review of the Stouts division. Like I said, a weird division this year. Alright, let's just get straight to it here, because this is the Porters division. Unfortunately, by the time they finally advanced this one, they decided to already play a game already. So, the results are going to vary on this case here. So, we'll try and look at this mostly all from week 4. Alright, we're going to try and look at from week 4. Alright, started off here. Yep, the return. Yep, the luggage. He's back, but is he better than ever? There's been some discussion about that one there. It's not him. It's his fucking dice. Nuffle, you blessed bastard you are. You'd think his entire firm is on the Enterprise. Anyway, 1310 TV. Let's take a look at the roster here. Let's take a look at how the luggage is doing. Well, the sources are working on it, but by this point here, you'd expect more than 2 to have the all-needed block. It's a start, but we're expecting more progress. As for the Skinks, you can tell he's had a rough season, because he's only got 1 with a level, and the rest, well, that tells you what's happening to them. No, seriously, that basically explains it right there. You'd expect at least 2 of them would have a level, because normally they're the ones producing all the touchdowns. Instead, it's going anywhere else, it seems like there. 3 rerolls, Apothecary, 4 fan factor there. And as you can see here, by the results, yep, 2, 2, and a 1. It's like I said, it's not bad, but it's not great. But I don't know. It's a not bad start. It's not a bad start, but you know, could it do better? Well, I think he has higher expectations of how this firm should be performing. But it's the nature of this division, isn't it? You know, there's a lot of talent in this division. Speaking of here we go, the IT factory there, or basically the IT factory here. A bunch of falling going orcs there. 1130 TV. Let's take a look at how the firm is developing. Well, lineman's got block, thrower's got block, one's got tackle, and then my next immediate question is, well, where's the rest of the skill? So there's one waiting to skill up there. So 4 weeks done. It's a start. It just seems a bit slow, lad, but well, maybe you'll speed more by week 5, week 6 there. 3 team rails, Apothecary, 3 fan factor. Overall results, 1, 2, and 1. Dead middle. Alright, well, it's not losing, so I'll say that in your favour there, but, you know, do we expect better of them? Probably, you know. And now a Brett's Heart. Yep, the actual true Bretonians. Don't tell Griff. Anyway, 1140 TV here. How is the firm developing? Well, they've started having a few problems, and let's go and discuss that here. As you can see, niggling injury on one here. Other 2 chops. One has leader, the other one's got blodge. That's fine. He now still needs to have one with sure hands to be the designated passer, and all the other little goodies like there. Meanwhile, as for the yeoman, well, only one's got a skill. Well, what's going on with the rest of the yeomen? And the peasants, no one cares. But 2 team rerolls, fan factor, Apothecary. I think that's starting to give you an idea what's going wrong with this team. Well, there it is right there. Down the middle, but not the way you want. Either they win or lose. So that kind of tells you what's actually happened to this team. and where the money's gone, not just into his pockets of some cheap hooker. That's my sister. She hasn't seen a dime of it. Anyway, meanwhile, the heroic pixel ladies here. The Amazons doing the best here. 11:30 TV. So they're keeping good pace so far. Let's actually take a look how the firm's doing. The blitzers. There's the kill piece there. The one with the mighty blow. Meanwhile, blodge on the catcher and the thrower there. So nicely done. The line woman's got there. But you're noticing it's just a catcher, a thrower. I'm kind of wondering where the other catchers really are. You probably want the full two, just for diversification of skills, and eventually you do want the second thrower. Why the backup, just in case things kind of start going wrong here? But 5 fan factor, 3 team rerolls, and as you can see here by the stats there, 1 win, 3 draws. You're not losing. Yeah, you're not losing, so there is that. But the problem is, this is the same discussion I've made before here when it comes to Amazons. As the season tears on, this could be a problem. You know, it honestly could really be a problem here. And you need a team motto, absolutely. Meanwhile, yes! The jumping circus. My God, yep, stay for the gruesome injuries indeed. Well, apparently not his. And we're going to discuss that there. 13:30 TV. Let's take a look here. As you can see, the Paxton has finally shown up. He's got the bear at last. As for the rest of the firm here, the catchers doing well. They're doing surprisingly well here, so nothing wrong with them. You can tell Cord's not running this team. Meanwhile there, the blitzers, there we go. He actually has finally gotten the block on one of them there. And then meanwhile, the lineman, well, he's got the one key guard, and the rest of them are just doing their job. 14 rerolls, Apothecary, fan factor. As you can see by the statistics here, the team is performing and performing very well. 2-1-1. Nothing disappointing about that. In fact, it's doing pretty darn good. Will it continue on? Well, we'll see. Again, so far, so good. Must be all that vodka he prescribes. Meanwhile here, the lesser BBPN considered, the other Chaos Chosen firm, 1280. Hell, a bunch of maniacs here. And how are they doing? Well, that's subject to debate, isn't it there? There you go. Busted ass movement on a Chaos Warrior. He ain't going that fast. Oh, well, you didn't expect to go fast anyway. 2 a block. And then he's got the kill goal with the tackle to get rid of those troublesome dodge pieces. And of course, he's got the other block. So what this lad now needs is also block to take him down. Piling, you know where I'm going here. Well, you can tell here by his numbers, that is exactly what he's doing. He's getting his kills. So that's fine indeed. 3 rerolls, Apothecary, 5 fan factor. It's a high performance team. And as you can see here, it is performing. So we will see how it carries on as the season continues. Not bad at all here. And now the Norska Revolution. Well, they're certainly revolutionary, all right. They're not getting anywhere, as you see by the TV. They are... It's... I don't know what it is called. Some days you got genius teams, and some day they just... The team will not respond to your brilliance correctly, as you would say. Well, he's got a couple of skill ups he needs to do there. Meanwhile, nothing leaping out other than a blodge. And that's it. 3 rerolls, Apothecary, 2 fan factor. As you can see, yep, he's having one of those seasons again. He's having another one of those seasons there. That's what happens. It's bloody awful. And then, of course, there, the Emperor himself there, Lord Panda and his Wood Elves. And how are these lads doing? Oh, we're going to discuss that, of course. Team value, only 990. Let's take a look at the surviving roster. That is the key term. He does have the 1 strip ball and the wall dancer. Yay. A whole flock of linemen. Nothing else. There's no catcher. There's no thrower. And there's no tree either. So you're starting to realise what's going wrong with this firm. Among many other things. 2 team rerolls. The Apothecary. And he's not getting... And again, as I said, he's not getting anywhere. Because let's take a look at the statistics. Even the vampires are doing better than you. I never thought I'd say that, but even the Vamps are doing better than this firm. That's extremely awkward there, lad. That's extremely awkward. So let's go back and take a look at what's going on in the league. Remember, 2 teams have gotten away with an extra game. So, ignore that as you will. Yep, Cadet still keeping the, lesser conspiracy, doing well there. This is interesting this season. We got 2 Chaos Chosen firms performing this season. So... does that bode well or bode badly? Depends on who your opponent really is. The return, of course, the luggage. It was an off game, maybe. That's probably it there. Sounds like they got mauled by Delta Airlines in their last game, but, you know, that's fine. You're still having a laugh. So you're doing okay. I do expect pretty good things in here, but you know yourself, and I've said it before, your Sauruses need to get 1 or 2 more breakout skills, and your Skinks need to start performing. Or maybe it's your Sauruses that need to start performing. I guess we're going to have to review the game and figure out from there. Meanwhile, the jumping circuses, you're doing fine. In fact, that is a bloody great standing. You're doing absolutely fantastic. Ice Blade and the Amazons, you're not losing. But again, you're not losing. This could be better, but it's not happening, is it there, lad? Meanwhile, the Bret's Heart, well, right down the middle, just like the It Factory there. Of course, one's doing a little bit better than the other one there. And, of course, Norska Revolution, yep, he's having that kind of season again. They won't respect his brilliance. And speaking of respecting his brilliance, lad, when the vampires are doing better than you, that is a sorry excuse, and you need to desperately pick a firm that's going to win for you. We still love you. So that is it there for the Porties division. Let's get all this wrapped up in a nutshell. Right, so that sums up week 4 complete with a little bit of bonus and one other week there. I've got high expectations of a lot of you there, well, except for maybe 1 or 2 ferns, but you know which ones those fucking are there. Yours truly included, of course. So, good luck for you. None of you are out of it. Remember, different format this season, so if you think you're doing bad, there's always the next round. Alright, take care, and bless your dice.